My name is Ricardo Ardiles. I run a firm called Pharma and Dental Tax, tax and accounting firm doing tax services, bookkeeping, tax planning for specifically pharmacists and dentists. We've been using TaxDome since last year, 2022, and we've been very happy. Firm size, we have 10 people, so it's 3 partners, myself and 2 other partners, and we have a team of 7, and we just hired 2 more, so it's going to be growing to 12. The experience so far at TaxDome, we really like it. We were bouncing on, actually. We had tried out a few different workflow softwares. And every single time that we went to one, we found that there were features that we just weren't getting. So we bounced around, and finally we landed on TaxDome through a referral through one of our colleagues, and we tested it out, and we actually like it. So it was hitting most of the checkpoints that we wanted. But the thing that we really like most about it is really it's automating the whole, from the client onboarding to the actual doing the work. That's what we were looking for, is to automate all that kind of stuff, and someone who understands the accounting industry, because all these other softwares that we were using, they were all more generalized, right? Like any company can really use it, but you guys get us, you guys get the accounting world, so you know that what we're looking for. So what I really like about it really is how to automate, document checklists. Client signs on board, we have to do X, Y, and Z, and you guys have those templates, and we can just spit it out there for the client, and it's automatically going to remind them, and we don't have to spend all that time going back and forth. And then doing the actual jobs, right? Doing the actual jobs. You have your template. We modify your template slightly, but we use it every single month, and it automatically sends out the communications to the clients. So that one of the biggest problems that we all have is collecting documents from clients. So TaxDome really saves us a lot of time in collecting all that kind of stuff, and then doing the work and tracking. Our staff efficiency with TaxDome, how we use it, really it's standardizing our processes. Because rather than everyone doing things the way that they want to do it, we have our procedures to say, look, for a month-end close, or for bookkeeping, or for tax filing, you should follow XYZ step, right? Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. So we can standardize that process and create it into a job. So every single job for the client is going to be exactly the same. Follow your processes, right? And in that way, it creates, everyone's working towards the same path, and it saves us a lot of time, because when I want to go look at a status and say, hey, where are you in this tax filing? I can just go in TaxDome and look it up to see where we're at in that. Whereas before, I would have to go to my employee and be like, hey, where are we? And then the employee kind of be like, well, actually, I was working this. Hold on, let me kind of juggle back and see where I was with that client, right? So it definitely saves us a lot of time in terms of managing the team, making sure that they're doing the work that they should be doing, like in following our steps, but also, helping me check in to see, how things are going, how quickly, how close we are to the finish line. It helps me manage the expectations with my team and with the clients too. The key accounts, the managers that we have, so they're very friendly. They're always willing to help. You can book at any point in time. You can book up to 1 session per day. So really, you can go nuts, and you can book sessions literally every single day if you really wanted to. And that's the support that's very key, right? Because question will pop up. I don't want to wait a week to get an answer. So I'll usually send something. And either we book a meeting the very next day, or I get a response back usually the same day. So in terms of the support, it's been very great. And they're very helpful and wanting to help. And they jump on calls, and they actually show me, and they share screen, and they draw on the actual screen saying, hey, I tell them what my problem is, and it's okay, let's work on this together, and they'll show me exactly what I have to do, because I'm still learning how to use the software too, right? There's so much in TaxDome that I'm still learning how to use some of it. So having the access to support, literally, I can go every single day and ask questions. So a couple of things that I wish TaxDome does have, 2 main things. So we're very happy with TaxDome. It does 99.9% of what we're looking for. The couple of things that we wish TaxDome had is some of the troubles that we're having in our firm is keeping track of mistakes. So whenever an employee makes a mistake, how to go about tracking that, right? So if I want to go back to an employee, if I'm sitting down with them and saying, all right, let's look at your performance over the last quarter, I would love to be able to pull up a list and say, hey, Mr. Staff or Mrs. Staff, you made 20 mistakes in this quarter, and we can just drill in to that specific job or client or whatever and say, tell me what happened here, and that way I can assess, is this a knowledge gap, and then I can train them, or I can track that over time and say, hey, last quarter you had 10 mistakes, now you had 3 mistakes, or last quarter was 10 mistakes, now it's 20, now I need to assess, do I need to let this person go? So having that reporting capability is something that I would like to see from TaxDome.